Scott, thank you for joining us. We obviously exit the Emirates FA Cup this afternoon. What was your take on the game?
Yeah, embarrassing, disgusting performance. Wasn't up to it. Didn't want to run hard. Didn't want to press. Didn't want to. We wanted to press, but kind of like by giving them so much room to play through our press, which wasn't the game plan. The game plan was totally the opposite of that. And then on the ball poor as well. You know, we didn't make the right choice. It just seemed to me as if we were doing something that I don't know what we was doing. And of course we get a man sent off, and then I'm already making changes in my mind at half time, and then as I'm walking down the tunnel to get prepared for the half time team talk, I see Lofty get sent off, so now I've got to change my thought process and what we're going to do. So yeah, it became a horrendous afternoon.
Yeah, and what's disappointing is that we sort of slipped back into what we spoke about in recent interviews of the goals being almost our own doing, not being necessarily being carved apart.
Yeah, the first one we don't win a header. We're so weak in that moment, and then we don't smooth the action out. The second one, we have a player dilly-dallying with it on the far side touchline, doesn't make a decisive pass or has to mess with it too much. Ball turns over. I know we're out the pitch. There's a lot got to happen since then. Goals were poor, but we were poor. We deserved what we got out of the game. I thought Boreham would do really good. Fair play to them. Good luck to them as well in the next round. But we were miles off today. And what's disappointing for me, and I'm kind of confused and hurt by it, because the same group of players beat Bristol Rovers last week 4-0. Yet we turn up today and play. I don't want to be disrespectful to under-10s, but we played like under-10s today. We were miles off. We didn't look confident. We didn't look at it. It was almost like the FA Cup didn't mean enough, which I can't have that. So yeah, really disappointed. But like I say, second half was kind of like a wet. It's not even a talking point. It's so hard to play against any team with 10 men who hold the ball. And I thought they managed it really well, their team. But the sending off doesn't kill us because we're 2-0 down. We were miles off it, even with 11 men. So, and then obviously it made it so much harder when we go down to 10.
Yeah, you're right. We saw some minor improvements towards the end of the first half. Obviously, probably then created the most chances that we had in the game. But then, as you say, you don't want to say that it kills the game because we were already 2-0 down, but it certainly doesn't help the red card, does it?
Me, my missus and my kids can play when you're 2-0 down. Easiest thing ever. That's just like, what's that? What's the point of that? Anyone can play when you're 2-0 down. Start looking like you're running? Start looking like you want the ball? I remember one free kick. We had a free kick middle of the pitch. Two players start messing around with their shin pads, almost to the point where they don't want the ball. Can't have that anywhere near me. And I won't have it anywhere near me. I need bravery on the ball. I need bravery on transitions. I need bravery when we're pressing, bravery when we're defending. We was miles off. I want to apologise to the fans for that performance. That ain't me. Yeah, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah, it must have been so frustrating for you to sort of have to sit up here and watch that and not being able to have an influence from over on the touchline.
Yeah, I think sometimes though I've never really minded sitting in the stands watching a game. I think you get you actually feel calmer. Having said that, I didn't feel that calm today. You know, just more disappointment than anything. The fact that the players have come out and churned that rubbish out today, just disappointing. It's not us. I don't understand how we can be so inconsistent. It doesn't make sense to me. It's almost like we have to be up for it to be up for it. Like, you should be up for it every game. Every day you turn up, put your boots on, you should be up for it. And at the moment, I'm struggling to understand that. I really am. We just are what we are at the moment.
Yeah, and frustrating because we spoke, didn't we, pre-match about finally having the luxury to play the team that played the last game, which is what you want when you win 4-0 in the previous game, and then they sort of reward you with a performance like that. It can't be ideal.
Yeah, it's the first time I've been able to do it, I think, this season. So you stick with it. Obviously, we win 4-0 last week, play well, good form. You know, so you kind of back the players to come and do the same again today, and then they don't. They let me down and let each other down, let the fans down. Yeah, really poor today. Lots to think about for next week, definitely.
Yeah, and we can talk about obviously the red card changing the game. Did you have any views on the red card? Because it all sort of happened really quick. Obviously, he got booked for a challenge, and then before you know it, it's not a second yellow; it's then a red card as well.
Yeah, well, I've got a good view of it. I'm kind of walking off actually down the tunnel because it's getting ready for half time. I've kind of looked around and watched it, and I've watched it back about 100 times, zoomed in, and it appears that he's got sent off for standing up. I can't see anything else. There's nothing else there. I can't remember what player it is for Boreham Wood. He stands over him and he's saying something to him, and he just stands up. He does nothing else, just stands up. So I don't know. I don't. That's all I can say. I can only tell you what I see and what I've seen watching it back 100 times. He just stands up and gets sent off for standing up. Maybe you're not allowed to stand up now. I don't know. I don't know what more could have. I don't know whether he said something as he stands up. I don't know. But he just stands up. So, yeah, a bit of a strange one.
Joe, thank you for joining us. Obviously, difficult one to sum up as we exit the Emirates FA Cup. What was your take on the game?
Just not good enough, to be honest. We didn't start well, including myself, and it just sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, in terms of that sort of difficult start, it's hard to assess, isn't it? Because the first couple of minutes, it seems like the press is there, and then once we're sort of carved apart once, it looks like it sort of drops off. Is that just a confidence thing within the group, do you think?
I don't know. It's just not good enough. I don't know what else to say, to be honest. We shouldn't. We work all week on things, and we should be applying it in the game, and we clearly didn't. So, yeah, it's frustrating, but yeah, it's not good enough from all of us.
Yeah, and what Scott sort of summed up was, it's difficult when you beat a team 4-0 the week before to then come and play, a completely different game. It almost seems like, and as you sort of touched on, all the work that was done in the week has just sort of gone out the window. It's really hard to put your finger on, isn't it?
Yeah, these are the toughest games in my opinion, because you're obviously on a high from winning the week before, but you still have to be consistent, turn up every week, no matter who you play, and it's obviously showed today. And we've got to be better. Because we can't do well one week and then the next week just go back to what we were before. So it's not good enough, and we've got to do better.
Yeah, but from the feeling inside the dressing room is that it's not all doom and gloom. There is a good team in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is a good team, but today we didn't show that we were a good team. So yeah, we'll have to review it next week very quickly and just crack on with the league.
Yeah, where do you think that things have fallen down at the moment? Is it just that lack of confidence, do you think?
I don't think it's a lack of confidence, it's just application. I think there's an accumulation of things that we need to be better on, but yeah, we'll have to just keep working on it at the training ground, hopefully turn things around.
Yeah, good numbers from the away fans today. It's obviously difficult for them to see a performance like that. What was your message to them be?
Yeah, we appreciate your support. We've obviously let them down, travelling all the way, and hopefully we can put it right next week.
Perfect, thanks Joe.